said today, one part of the debate is what is actually the global agenda. I gave you some examples. And these examples actually point us in a certain direction. They point us in the direction, obviously, of progress, where every society, in a manner in which it is itself comfortable, is able to advance, where prosperity is not the privilege of a few, where growth is robust, is sustainable, is green, where there is security, where there is stability, and where, as I said, the basic are met, where climate action advances along with climate justice, and where the focus of the world, as it rightfully should be, must remain on Agenda 2030. And I can tell you that for me, perhaps, so the global agenda in many ways today is about restoring the world to its natural diversity. Because the world was diverse, the world is diverse, it was distorted by the period of Western domination. And in a post-colonial world today, restoring that natural diversity is actually a collective objective. Now, what are the challenges to that process? One, of course, is while many of us attained independence, we have all built our nations and societies. The reality is also that the old domination has not let go. That in different ways, it may not be the imperialism of the 19th and early 20th century. But in different ways, today, now, while globalization has had many positive results, it has also undeniably led to very deep economic concentrations. That much of the world of a few geographies. Now, it worked when we believed that the entire world could be run in the manner in which Japanese cars are currency is a weapon, trade is a weapon, tourism is a weapon. That dominant players, they may be dominant as producers, they may be dominant as consumers, that they often, with very little hesitation, leverage their market shares on the global system for their particular national. And of course, underlying all of this, since this is an institute dealing with international affairs, is a challenge that we know very, very well, which is a world order that was devised in 1945. When the members of the United it's intuitive. So I would say Global South, most of all, is a mindset. Those who have it, have it. Those who don't have it will never get it. But it is a mindset which has some core principles. These are principles from our habits, from our political culture, from the way we have practiced international relations over the last 60, 70, 80 years. For example, non-intervention. For example, non-interference or being non-judgmental. I would also say today that an important part of that is beyond politics, beyond economics, beyond technology. These are part of our DNA. We all are more comfortable with change, of progress. And because the capacities have grown, the capabilities have grown, but the willingness has always been there. Today, our ability to share has increased. So let me share, speak to you about some very practical way, because one part of it is to say, yes, we are global south, we should be sharing, we should be doing good, we should be helping each other. Okay, nice words. What does it mean in reality? I'll give you 7 or 8 examples. One, I would say, where India can really make a difference and on that digital backbone today, there are delivery of programs and benefits to citizens on a scale, efficiency and honesty which could not have been imagined. Where actually 2/3 of the population can get food without it being pilfered. Where loans are given to 1/3 of the population without somebody taking a cut. Where those who are really in need of health support can demonstrate their eligibility and get free or subsidized health services. Where today 200 million people have access as part of the global south solidarity. So I mention all this because it's one thing to speak about solidarity, to refer to cooperation, and we are all genuine in that expression of solidarity. But what has changed is today the ability to translate that sentiment into practical activity, into assets, into solutions. That in a large part of the global south, certainly I would say from the east coast of Africa probably till the west coast of Australia, we are today a first responder. If something happens, more likely than
development, a friend of mine writes, is attitude. And India has shown an evolving attitude. 1991, India had less than 3 weeks trading money in its foreign reserves. Today, India is overshooting the so-called miracle economies of Southeast Asia. We watched globalization evolve. We saw American scholars like Stephen is beginning to talk about globalization and its discontents. At that time, Indian academics has changed, and I wonder how our friendship can make Nigeria change in that direction. In spite of what global politics give and take, because this, I think, is so important in this business. I'm in Bangalore almost every year.
Of colonialism. Now, we're talking about the global south. prevent these pitfalls, because a whole lot of members of the Global South are still falling prey to these new elements that's emerging. Please, thank you very much.
The basic necessity of life, we are still far away from. How do you delay? Yes, we've read Samuel Amir about the theory of delay, all this theory. They are useful, but in practical terms,
healthy food itself, but I think the question I have to ask my friend Patrick Tony to come and give a lecture on Nigeria to do that. Yes, that's what is.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a privilege to be here, sir. Thank you so much. I listened to your presentation with very close attention, sir. During the presentation, with this catchy statement you made, struck my mind.